Donnelly. I'm director of the Center for Autism and Neurodevelopmental Disorders. We're really thrilled today to have with us Derek Paravicini and his mentor and teacher, Dr. Adam Ockelford, to play for us. They arrived yesterday from England, came in last night, and have an itinerary that brings him here, and he's kind enough to come. Tomorrow night he's going to be playing at the UC Irvine Science Gala, and the following day he's giving a concert, and Adam is speaking about some of his work in a book that he's written, and then he's returning to England on Monday. So he has a power-packed few days. He does want to, however, get in some shopping. Correct it?
Yes. No.
Libbet.
Oh,
Libbet wants to. Libbet wants to do some shopping. Libbet wants to do some shopping.
Libbet is his sister, and so Libbet wants to do some. Thank you very much for correcting me.
Libbet wants to do some shopping.
Yeah, I thought you were going to drag her to shop. So what we're going to do, we're fortunate. I mean, Derek is blind, has autism, and is a piano virtuoso who has played all over the world. And so what I'm going to introduce is Adam, who will tell you a little bit about himself, and Derek, and then lead us through a session where Derek often will take requests, and I won't tell the punchline about what occurs if he happens not to know what it is, but all he needs is a few minutes of someone singing to know
That could be
what
the
to play.
painful part.
That could be the painful part. So please, Adam, go right ahead.
Thanks very much. Well, thank you very much indeed for inviting us. It's a fantastic privilege to be here. What a wonderful centre. I mean, it's just fantastic. So thank you. And Derek's very, very excited to be here. He's been talking about
excited to
it,
be here,
I
yes.
think, for the last 3 months.
Yes.
So here we are, Derek. This is it.
Yes.
Great. Derek is the most wonderfully interactive musician. We've been working together for 28 years, I think.
28
Since
years.
how old were you, Derek, when we started?
I was 2.
Well, Derek was 2 when you started learning the piano, which you taught yourself.
I taught myself.
And then age 5,
we met.
I was amazed at this. Derek was only tiny, but you were also quite naughty, actually.
Quite naughty, yes, Adam. Quite naughty, yeah.
In fact, I wasn't allowed to touch the piano for about 6 months because Derek used to hit me quite a lot. Anyway, but we're all great friends now. And,
Yes.
in fact, Libbet and I were just working out. I think we spent 100 hours on long-haul flights alone with Derek. So we know each other extremely well.
Yes,
Good.
Adam, yes.
So, Derek, why don't you play something, and then we'll get the audience to choose some pieces, and perhaps if there's anyone who'd like to join in, or you could join in by singing or clapping,
By singing, yeah.
or just playing your mobile cell phone, I should say.
Okay.
That would also do, because anything that's in the air, Derek can hear and pick up and play.
Yes.
So why don't you start with Honeysuckle Rose?
Could start with Honeysuckle Rose.
Here we go.
That was Honeysuckle Rose.
Yeah. Would anyone like to ask to play? Anything you like?
Could you ask what tune would you like me to play you? Yes.
Don't be shy.
Can do Don't Get Around Much Anymore.
Some whispering in the front row.
Yeah, some tunes, like another tune, yeah.
Would Derek know Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy?
I would know the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Could you ask any more?
How about the other Boogie Woogie?
Oh.
Yeah, Jules Boogie Woogie. That was called Boogie Woogie.
Has anyone got a favourite tune on an iPhone or
A
an iPod?
favourite tune on an iPhone.
In the mood. Yeah.
That one in the mood.
Cool. While you're thinking, what you're really good at is taking a really simple tune. and
Simple
doing
tune.
Fantastic things with it. So, for example, if we take the ABC song.
The twinkle twinkle.
Yeah.
Bum 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 yum bum A B C.
It's really simply now. Here we go. Derek can't do simple. Simple.
C C C C C.
Yeah, we do different styles. We do George Shearing.
George Shearing.
George now. Voice thing. George, voice thing. Good there. Well, that's voila.
That's Waller.
Fast there, improv. Keith Jarrett.
Keith Jarrett. Yeah, that was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
We may have a decision from the front row.
A decision from the front row.
Lean on me!
Can do Lean on Me. Always tomorrow, lean on me when you're not strong. That was called Lean on Me.
So people say, well, how do you do it, Derek? And I think
Yeah.
it all happened actually when you were very, very little. Because about 5% of children with autism and about 40% of children who are born blind develop this thing called perfect pitch, absolute pitch.
Absolute pitch.
And I think what happens is very often in the early years when language normally takes off, instead of words taking off, music becomes a language. And there's a huge, huge interest in just in musical sounds for their own sake. Lots of children with autism are very fascinated with the sounds that humming tops make and microwaves make and everything. And what it means is that for most of us, if I play a note on the piano, it just sounds a bit high or a bit low. So people know this is high, this is middle, and this is low. In fact, most of us can put notes into about seven different categories.
Yes, Adam.
I never get a chance, actually. The worst thing is to do a talk that Derek knows, because then he anticipates all the punchlines. Anyway. So most people can tell about seven different high or low. Derek can tell hundreds. So there's about 88 notes on the keyboard, and any note on the keyboard, I'll just play it. It's actually the same in different octaves. Can you play exactly the same note?
Yeah.
Can anyone play the same note? Derek's already improved. Look, just copy, really. Exactly. So every note is locked into Derek's head, as it is with lots of children with autism. But it's not just one note, it's 2 notes, or 4 notes, or 6 notes. It's a very, very rapid processing that is an important part of Derek's ability. The other is memory, isn't it?
Memory.
I'm always grateful to have you around because it's not only music, it's also people's names and details and everything is stuck there. So if you've met people today, then Derek will remember in 10 years' time if we came back all your stuff. But it's the same for music as well. So a piece that literally you might not have heard for 20 years is all in there, ready to come out. So that's, well, I'm going to talk a lot more about that on Sunday.
Sunday.
We do, but that's a brief potted history of how Derek does things. Yes, someone's got
Any other?
Anything from Phantom of the Opera?
Can do something from Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera.
You choose, Derek.
Maybe the music of the night from Phantom of the Opera. Yay.
Is someone going to sing it with me?
Would you sing it with me, the music of the night? Yes.
We'll take that as a no then. Okay. Go on then, Derek.
Called the music of the night from
Fantasy, I'm not quite likely the one in D minor.
the one in D's, Mozart in D.
That one.
Can do that one, yeah. Ba, 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 ba.
You never know, Derek, when it's making enough or actually remembering it anyway. See if you do know.
Was the Mozart in D minor, yeah.
Chariots of Fire, yeah.
Can do Chariots of Fire.
British numbers.
Thank you.
I think another glorious thing is, because Derek learns everything by ear, is that no note is harder than any other note. So when children learn, usually they tend to learn on the white note. And that's purely because it's easier to read on the page. There's nothing easier musically about it. But all the children I work with, I teach them to play every piece in every key right from the start. So there's 12 different keys on the piano. And each one, because the piano is asymmetrical, it takes a huge amount of mental processing, because every time you change note, it's a different pattern that you have to learn. But Derek's so good he's the best transposer I know, actually. So if you do something like Flight of the Bumblebee, Derek.
Can do Flight of the Bumblebee.
Start on any note, there we go.
That was called The Flight of the Bumblebee.
Rimsky-Korsakov means Count Basie, I think. Anyway, but any note that I could choose. So if we chose this one, you play Flight of the Bumblebee on that one?
Yeah. In A minor. Yeah.
Or anyone? This one? Or this one?
Yes. Thank you.
When we started out, I was better than Derek, but by the time he was about 8, in fact, we used to have this. I used to teach in a school for the blind where Derek was.
Linden Lodge.
The ultimate test came, I think, when you were about 8, Derek, and the kids, of course, couldn't see who was playing. But there was a point where they couldn't tell whether it was me or Derek. I knew at that point it was time to give up. You know. But Derek, you still think I'm better than you, so that's fine. So
Yes, Adam.
keep believing.
Keep playing, yes. Yes.
No, I did say earlier, because I said, shall I play instead of you, Derek? And what did you say?
I'll play, Adam.
Yeah. Cool. So just one, like, has someone got a cell phone ring or something? Just anything, any
A
sound?
cell phone ring?
Anything at all?
Actually, I was hoping that you would
Repeat.
play the Canon in D by Papa.
Oh yeah, we'll certainly do that next.
We'll do the Canon in D by Pachelbel,
Yeah,
yes.
a few notes, anything.
A ringtone?
Someone needs to ring it. Somebody call. Oh, yeah.
Now, if you get 50 adults in a room, how long does it take?
Maybe a ringtone.
This one.
Go on.
It's a weird ringtone.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
The Cowspur's house?
Come on.
Come up.
What else? Keep going. Go on. You hear it, Derek? Okay.
Can hear it.
Listen to it.
What is that? Mickey Mouse.
So we're in the best possible taste. Got it?
Got it.
Go on, then off you go. Yeah. Jazz it up now. Pachelbel, I promise.
We'll do Pachelbel, yes.
Wherever we go, Derek usually makes up a tune especially for the place where we're at. So
Yes.
shall we do something for today?
We'll do something for today.
I can't think of a quick way of putting it, but it's the Centre for Autism and Neurodevelopmental Disorders, Derek.
We'll do something for today, Adam.
What's the acronym? There must be.
There is one.
No, there is none. The Centre, right. So this is going to be the centre boogie.
The centre
But
boogie.
for that we need 3 different notes. So does anyone call out 3 different notes?
G.
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 Next one.
B flat.
B flat. You can always tell when someone's let me cut you, okay?
B.
Last one. Doesn't matter.
D.
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 So here's the centre.
Boogie woogie. Boogie. The centre boogie woogie. That was called the centered boogie.
Very good.
Thank
We
you.
might have to do Paco Bell next time. Joe, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Um,
Well done, Derek.
Please, thank you very, very much. Please help me thank Adam and Derek.
And Derek, yes, thank you.